Let's get cracking.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Champions League. I am TobiWan.
And I'm the Capitalist.
And we are back here again, man, for game number 3 of Na'Vi going up against Power Rangers. And I'm actually really happy with what's happened at the start of this draft. So I want to get straight into it, man.
I like it too because I saw you kind of happy that you get your Dazzle Stardar. Me, I get my Power Rangers Vengeful Spirit.
They had to pick it up this time around because it's been locked down every other time. So there was no other choice. But what I'm more than happy about is not just the fact we get Dazzle Slardar, it's the fact that we get Dazzle with Slardar as opposed to game number 1, which was Dazzle Luna. Like, that didn't really work. And they banned out the AA from the start too, so there's not that horrible worry of, oh, we're not going to have regeneration, none of our abilities work, and all that kind of jazz. So you get Dazzle Slardars up and running, and we get VS and Power, and they just profit for Power Rangers. So they get the split pushing power, they get the control power. They also have some very good auras. And I'm just going to say right now, look for the Ursa, because they have a combination that can take out Roshan very, very quickly if they're not careful. Even if it's not Ursa, they could do it with a Luna. So keep your eyes peeled for that one with Power Rangers. They are renowned for finding advantages in the very early stages, and it could in fact be that. So just going to put off that warning bell to start with.
Okay. I'm not sure if I'm down with the Ursa. But
if it's not Ursa, Luna would work too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we saw a level 1 Pudge. Not level 1 Pudge. A level 1 Roshan with Pudge in that 5-man lineup, bringing it down. So I'm pretty sure Power Rangers could work it out with a VS and a tree.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only downside would be you'd have to have Hal as your first level, so then you get the negative armor there. You could have TA in the mid.
Well, I mean, as long as you actually get the Roshan, you get to level 2, and then you're fine. So.
Yeah. You just gotta make sure you get it.
Yeah.
And get it quick.
If you don't get it, then you might be screwed.
But if you make it really obvious as well, it's like, I'm pretty sure they're going Roshan, boys. We should probably get ourselves in there. And what are you going to do? Well, I'll run a Slardar in for a crush on the edge, and then Dazzle will shallow grave him and keep him up so we can check anyway. Yay.
So I'm kind of torn about the Vengeful Spirit versus Stardar matchup. So in the beginning, Power Rangers, they don't have Ancient Apparition. And that has always been a very, very integral part of their strategy. But that was banned out very, very early on in the first banning phase. Now they're also not going to get some of the other control that they like to see. Both Witch Doctor and Disruptor are common pickups for Power Rangers. So they're taking away a lot of the supports that they usually like to run with Vengeful Spirit. And without the Ancient Apparition, I'm honestly not sure if an aggressive tri-lane could work for them. Even though the Vengeful Spirit as a carry is a huge advantage, like the Wraith King you saw in the Seneca.
Yeah. Man, I don't think this is going to be an aggressive try because they're going to have to go defensive try. You take out Wish Doctor, you take out Disrupt, you take out Ancient Apparition, then you pick up the Doombringer. They don't want Funnick on this off lane. They want to have him on the safe lane, which means they're going to push the Slardar and the Dazzle up further north. Now, if they pick out something like a Visage now for Na'Vi, then I'll eat my words and Slardar will go bottom lane. That's almost a guarantee. Because they're going to decide right now, do they want to go up against a Veno VS combo? That's the only real question in their mind. It could actually still be an aggressive try. Like, just grab a Coddle, throw it into this mix-up, and you're all good to go. But
yeah, I think we're looking at a Doom middle position with Na'Vi going defensive. And I think Power Rangers are going to try and contest that. With a Venomancer, I don't think there's any other reason you pick up Venomancer but try. And when you already have such good lane control with a Vengeful Spirit, really locking down the lane control by doubling that up with a Venomancer now, I think you're really looking to fight here. But Na'Vi, it's getting a little bit greedy here. If you see, See, this is the thing. Power Rangers look at this. They see an Enigma, right? If they group up very, very early on Furion, pick up Teleport level 1, go put down some good jungle wards, counter the Enigma.
TP straight away.
Exactly. Don't do what they did last time and feed a couple of kills in their attempt. Furion teleports, counters up the Enigma with a bunch of wards, gives them some good vision. Their aggressive tri-lane will crush because it's just a Dazzle Slardar at that point in time. And Dazzle's not getting any CS. Triple range tri-lanes are just going to destroy heroes like Slardar. It's much similar to the Luna tri-lane, except Vengeful Spirit gives you that initiating stun for Leshrac to follow up.
And that's the crazy thing too. Like we always talk about Dota as a comeback game when you have utility abilities, because they can just make something out of absolutely nothing. Gale stun, Leshrac follow up with his stun too. Like these are 3 things which you then put in the early game, and the Veno and the VS actually don't transition badly into the mid game as far as damage goes, or as far as a roll goes. Like Venomancer, if he gets 4 points up in wards, he's like, yeah, towers will never ever fall. And then you put a Nature's Prophet there, able to TP in, your towers will never ever fall. So the only way Na'Vi can basically win this is to force themselves over Power Rangers, but their level 1 fight is actually quite horrendous. Their level 1 fight is reliant on, what? Enigma having Malefice? He doesn't want to do that. He wants to have conversions. Doombringer can't even pick up a creep until 30 seconds past the spawn point. So he has to go Scorched Earth, which means then he doesn't have Devour, he doesn't have his gold advantage. Slider will be the basic old Crush Boy. And Dazzle, Eel might even have to go heal at the very, very start in case things go wrong. Or heal, or if he has a real bad time, it has to be Shallow Grave. But he wants poison, so then he can maybe harass him out of a lane. So Na'Vi are really going to be crippled on their lanes by this. And you can see him still ban out the TA. With the negative armor, they possibly could have even still gone in for Roshan with this lineup.
I expect Na'Vi to pick up an offlaner here. Unless they're running Enigma as an offlane, they still want to go aggressive tri-lane somehow and try and contest that. I think they're going to run an offlaner here, a really good defensive offlaner here, put him in the safe lane and try and dodge. So that's going to be another really key part of Power Rangers strategy. They depend pretty heavily on lane dominance, and this is going to... what I love about their draft here is they pick up the Vengeful Spirit, and I was kind of doubting, no Ancient Apparition, how are you going to make this work? But now that I see their full-on draft, that Leshrac, this last pick, it's perfect, right? Because it gives you really good lane control. You've got a strong combo there that will destroy any sort of lane, whether they're contesting or whatever. But also the Furion, right? Now we have some synergy there as well. They get early lane control. They turn this into pushing towers, which means Vengeful Spirit actually becomes a carry in the mid game rather than just a kind of meh utility and a little bit of a stun. You know, he's very, very meh as a carry most of the time unless he gets a big gold advantage.
Well, dude, Puck is the last one, so that answers at least one question. It will, in fact, be Funnick on the Doom.
10 seconds.
Unless we're going to say, what, Funnick offlane with Puck?
No, I was thinking Puck is, your initiating stun is a missile.
5 seconds
right?
remaining.
Phase shift is perfect for that. Phase shift the stun, immediately move afterwards to try and dodge the Leshrac. But then you also have the Venomancer slow that's going to keep you up. If you get hit by just one of those things, whether it's a stun or the slow, you're going to die. So, yeah, I don't know how Na'Vi are actually going to contest this. Whoever is run up against that tri-lane is going to just get destroyed. I think Na'Vi are thinking about seriously putting the dual lane top, having Nigma in the enemy jungle, and just completely trying to destroy Power Rangers' advantage by making them run around.
You could try to run a different way, depending on what FNG picks up as the last one. But you could look to the Slider and Dazzle as a dual lane in mid, and then switch the Doombringer on the bottom lane. Now, Doombringer, all he has to do is just sit on top of the tower. I know it's not a great kind of pickup, but you could leave him down there and just have him devour, hide behind the tower, and let Puck do his thing on the off lane. In fact, now you're actually seeing Puck being picked up here by Funnick, so he's going to be given the job of surviving as that hero. But FNG, the last hero they go for, is a Tide Hunter of all heroes. They're assuming that they're going to run it's actually Dendy also on the Slider.
Yeah.
Are they switching heroes around right now, or is that actually going to be the case?
No, I think that looking at this, they know they can't run Slardar up against any of the tri-lane heroes. So I think they're just going to try and dodge as much as humanly possible. Power Rangers didn't immediately get up the ward. However, they do have stronger level 1. So either way, they're going to take control.
It's Roshan. It's Roshan, man.
Oh, you think so? Oh,
it's a Ring of Basilius. It's a Ring of Basilius. Yep, wow. It's a defensive observer ward. Good luck, have fun comes out. But see where Puck is. The orb will fly in, and Na'Vi read it perfectly. They took such a risk doing this too, because PR still love their level 1 fight. They love their level 1 fight. They want to fight level 1. So all they got to do is just wait it out with Roshan, and then they turn. Here they go. Dendi looks for the crush. 3 men to be caught inside that one. The orb, and there really is a force in the middle of this with the scorcher. They're burning down. Moon will be the first one. FNG also very, very low. There's 2 kills to Na'Vi. Cheshire Cat even lower right now. They're trying to chase him down. There's a big army of convergence here. Cheshire Cat lives on 2 life points. Kuro kept the heal going in the middle of that fight. Really hurting him hard. Now Dendi thinking about turning, trying to evade the stun. Up on the high ground, now down the low ground. Havors doesn't have his scorcher of the earth back, but the convergence are coming in. They're taking up the tower, which allows them to dive in. They pull back, and there's your attack from Puck. 3-0. The level 1 Roshan goes absolutely horrendously. And Na'Vi play it perfectly to take 3 kills and the advantage here in the lanes.
Yeah, if you may have better level 1, but if you pick up Roshan killing abilities like, for example, Moon having his minus armor, that's a big part of that. If they had initiating stun to be able to stun up Slaughter before he got in range of that 3-man crush that he hit, that could have been a completely different fight. But yeah, I mean, they pick up. Now they're running. So now they're running Moon as.
Oh, this is very wise.
Okay.
It's very, very wise. So they're going to run Moon as a farmer with FNG on the front lines as the harasser to zone out the Puck. They force the orbs. They force him to just hide back behind the tower. But Kuro's also there with heal at level 1. So he's got his back there. And then middle lane Dendi up against Cheshire Cat. He actually puts the Prophet in the middle lane and not up on the top. So the top lane matchup is now a solo Venomancer up against Havorst, who is a full 2 levels in front of him right now.
Yeah, originally I really thought it was going to be Tidehunter versus the Doom. Tidehunter is very, very good melee versus melee because of Anchor Smash. You level that up, you get a fast blink tagger.
I think they realized, though, that because with FNG not having Anchor Smash, you went Gush at level 1.
Exactly.
They had to switch the Venomancer up towards the top lane. There's no choice. Poison Sting at least can harass a Vorst out of this lane, but the fact he also managed to pick up a Wild Wing means that there's no armor disadvantage for him anymore. So it's even harder up on that top lane for the Venomancer.
I have seen ZXC run this sort of this core Venomancer before, and it is very, very aggressive, but I also think that it just comes down to Roshan. Roshan was such a gamble like that. When they had such strong lanes, they didn't need an extra advantage like that. You know, it was just unnecessary. Roshan would have just been overkill. And because they paid the price now, Venomancer won't actually be that strong versus a Doom because he has a level advantage.
See, I'm not so sure about this because this is one thing which the Doombringer, sure he's got the ability to run away as Denny is actually diving at a Cheshire Cat. Crushes, the Sprinters hold him there, but with the haste rune on Funnick, they're easily able to dive onto the tower. And actually they've already used their stuns. Yep. And there's no level up in Rift. He put 2 points in Orb instead of having the extra silence, so he's able to escape. Yeah, but I'm going to actually debate your logic on this one. Just basically using Trixie as an example. I may have to wait again. I'm going to have to wait again. FNG's ready to fight. They're sprinting down. The Gush goes out on Dendi. And now, well, Orb, body block, got to hold him in here. There is a Leshrac stun, but it's very obvious when he's about to throw it, and Dendi easily evades it. Into the crush. Puppy's got Maleficent still available, but it's going to be Funnick who takes the kill from this one. Puppy basically has to, he doesn't want to because he wants to go back into farming, but with Moon coming in, he has to now throw out the Maleficent. And it's going to be over on Moon, so Dendi can go into a secondary crush or back off cooldown again. Hits on both Cheshire Cat as well as the kill for the Vengeful Spirit. Leshrac's back in here again, looking for another stun. This time it's on Dendi, but it's still Funnick able to pick up another kill. It's a 4-for-0 Puck. Stick charges galore coming his way. The Edicts have going to work too. Is there a heal from Kuro? 1 second. The orb goes up. He'll get picked off by Cheshire Cat, who grabs himself a double kill. While Enigma grabbed the Leshrac. 7 for 2 on the board. Cheshire Cat, he wants the TP in front. They're coming for Kuro. He TP's in though with the Wild Wing, so he's taking a lot of damage from this. If Kuro gets over here, he's going to deny himself up to a neutral after trying to initiate on Kuro. He could have gone in here. Either way, it's now 8-2 on the board.
Well, yeah, he did. I actually think that was a really smart play, but also really greedy at the same time. If he had actually been able to stun up or sprout up Kuro long enough for them to get the kill, him dying to the neutrals is a really smart play because it gets back to the fountain so much faster instead of walking all that distance back. That very, very interesting play so far. But now Doom is level 6.
Yeah.
ZXC's in some trouble at top.
My point on top lane is now completely nerfed because NXT didn't go for the build I thought he was going to. Because what you can do with a Venomancer up on the top lane, especially if you're able to find some early CS, is go high levels up in Gale.
Right.
And you throw it straight on top of a Force. Now, he's got very good regeneration, but if you can make him burn through his mana, through the regen of both Scorched Earth, as well as through Devour, you can basically force him out of the lane.
At level 2.
Yeah.
I agree. At like level 2, level 3, if you're on even levels with Havos, yes. But the Roshan pretty much counteracted that.
Again, Funnick. He's going to jaunt down, but he went into the river instead. With this DD Rune, he was trying to force out the VS. And VS, he just had his Salve cancelled. There was one creep over on the side that cancelled it. And now Puck, he's going to orb. He's going to have to phase shift it out and just jumps over the top. Cheshire Cat TP'd in, and that's being pinged out. Nature's Prophet just TP'd to bottom lane, which means now Puppey and Dendi will force into the tier 1 tower in the mid. And Kuro and Vonic will just hold the bottom lane. They orb out, they're pulling the creep wave back past the tier 1 tower, so it splits up a little bit.
This is the perfect illustration of a team on tilt.
Yeah.
Going full on aggro,
FNG,
no stops.
That poison. It's only level 1 for him, which is good. And they set up on Denny. It's a double stump, but he's just tanking through it all. And then gets healed up as well by Kuro. He sprinted in for this too, which is why the extra damage was there. And they want to go again. Gush, one quick attack. Funnick just standing on the front lines. The amplified damage is on the Leshrac. He knows the danger of that. Funnick just trying to dodge out from the magic missile at the same time too. They're not looking to kill here. What they're looking to do is intimidate, but not initiate. So then Puppey can take the tier 1 tower in the mid, and Avors can battle up against a wall of wards.
This is where the wards build, the early Venomous Gale build. Well, all right. Funny getting more kills at bottom somehow.
Wait,
but the early Gale is more lane control. It's meant to be able to push you out. The ward build is only strong once you get level 5, level 7. This is where ZXC will just be able to constantly push the lane
Middle lane,
keep distance.
They're coming in for Cheshire Cat. And while Dandy is going to start with the Crush, he was thinking about the Sprout. Amplified damage is now up. Maleficus will also be used by Puppey. This is a guy who's already got his arcane boots up and running. This is one fat enigma right now. And he's just going to go into the enemy jungle as Dandy. So I think he's going to be so careful on this top lane. I don't care if he's got 4 points up in wards. He needs the arcane boots, go and buy them, and get a ward over here on the side.
Yeah.
He needs to know when Denny's... And Denny, actually, it's not even going to help, is it? It doesn't matter the wards are going to hold the poison thing. He's just used the Gale on top on the creep wave, which means he's dead. The Prophet's TPing in here, but they're not ready for Denny to come in. Whoa, Denny's going to balls up the Crush. And Avord's getting body blocked up. He's going to go down the river. The trees are on his tail. He doesn't have Scorched Earth available, but Slider kills off the Venomancer without any kind of problems at all. Avors did look in a bit of a weird position though. But Danny gives him a bottle charge, so he's fine now on this top lane again.
Seriously, this is a team on tilt. Powerade, I don't know. Like, they just like, we lost the level 1 Roshan fight. We must fight until we gain an advantage. Like, they're just throwing themselves at Na'Vi, hoping that something magical happens and they actually able to get up a couple of kills.
Well, bottom lane, they're not going to find a kill. Or maybe they can on Funnick, but then the Dream Call goes. He phase shifts out from the stun. Crush will go. They're right on top of each other, and the Gale will connect this time, but it's still only a level 1. A 3-man Crush from Dendy. He'll still die in the middle of this, but he's buying time for Funnick. Maybe not enough. He's already used the phase shift. He needed to save both of them to escape from that one. So on tilt or not, they just brought down 2 cores of Na'Vi Power Rangers. They lose their tier 1 tower on the top lane for it.
Yeah, that was decent. That was finally, after fight after fight after fight, they finally get the small skirmish that they really were looking for in the beginning, which was they fed away a lot of golden experience. They want that back, so they try and kill these high-level heroes, and they actually get a lot of experience off of that, even if it is 4-way split like that. That was good for Power Rangers, but they're still massively far behind, and their whole entire strategy was reliant on winning lanes and turning this into pushes and constant team fights with the Tidehunter initiating. Now that's never going to happen.
Now they're going to try and go for Roshan. Those wards are setting up for Roshan. There's a whole lot of trees, and they're picking it. Say, we can't defend tier 2 tower. We don't want to try and take that fight anyway. So let's just take the big man. Hal is up. The Gush will go. Oh, will it? It's There's -3 armor on Roshan for now, at least. And now Medallion. There we go. Flew in at the right time. So -9 armor on Roshan. Now grab the Aegis, the Immortal, but with the way they've been fighting, I'm pretty sure the Aegis is going to pop during the next fight.
Yeah, I think what they're looking at here is we have pretty much a 5-minute period of time where we have maybe an advantage that we might actually be able to fight. And that's Tidehunter picking up level 6 and them just going for like 3 different fights in a row. But Na'Vi are doing the smart thing, right? They're pushing, they're just getting a bigger
force the fight
advantage.
They're going to force the fight up here. Like, the tower's already down to like 2/3 of its life points. Converts on the front. The weave's gone pretty nicely, but then Doom right over on ZXC. And this is a guy that was meant to throw out his ultimate to try and gunk him up. So he'll die at the back end of the play. The Dream Call's over on 2, so J4 and Moon both forced to be here. That Aegis, would you believe it, popped, and the orb even hits Leshrac. Funny's getting killed even without even trying to do it. Now the Aegis off cooldown. Venomancer has come back into the fight, threw out the ulti, but Dendy, he's actually going to get out of this one alive. Back to base, healing up. The Shallow Grave TPR protects him because there was no stuns left to throw. And Havost walks out in the top. I think Funny's even thinking about going back in again on this one because the line is being drawn right now from the Tidehunter. I don't know if that's a don't cross this line or they're coming in here. Either way, PR, putting that Aegis, good use.
Yeah, they trade Tier 1, Tier 2 for Roshan and the Aegis, and then immediately throw away the Aegis and a bunch of other kills to Na'Vi. Na'Vi are just, they've already entered their mid-game. Like, it's 11 minutes in, they have mid-game. They're going to have a Blink Dagger. The Puppy already has a mech. I'm sure Doom has got to be huge by now. Hobos has Phase, Drums, and Vanguard.
Another trouble for Venom, and look at even the jaunt position. Right in front of the Leshrac, no running out of here, and now Maleficent is just one to the next We're playing Duck Hunt over on the Super NES, and this is Vengeful Spirit also going down. Double kill. I don't know if they want to try and call this right now because there's no Roshan to try and go for. They're losing towers, they're losing life points, and maybe they just want to give everybody out there that bought the D2CL ticket even more res, because that could be happening right now.
Yeah, this is Power Rangers pretty much kind of like panicking and knowing that this level 1 Roshan was such a huge throw by them that they have to get something really, really early on. They just can't play passive and try and get themselves back into the game that way because you look at Navi's draft, they have tons of better late game. Power Rangers lineup, it consists of a Vengeful Spirit carry. It's a lineup that you can't take past 25 minutes. Unless you have a huge gold advantage. So Power Rangers just kind of like, okay, we just get ultra aggressive and hope that Na'Vi aren't able to respond. Unfortunately, Na'Vi is like the exact opposite team. I mean, you can't just go ultra aggressive against Na'Vi and expect to win that because Na'Vi are known for being really good at aggression. They're masters of early team fights.
Is Puppy gonna... Okay, no, commit the black hole. It's gonna... Puck will take the kill on Cheshire Cat up on the top lane. What I'm waiting for is what they're actually giving space to F-God for as well as hovering over before my mouse. It's the Ravage. It's finally up for PR. Unfortunately, I really feel, though, it's way, way, way too late. And with the amplified damage, Slaughter, Crush, he'll need an extra bash. VS with a stun. They don't want to commit the Ravage to just trying to kill off Dandy. I don't know if it's going to work. 4-1 Charge doesn't come off in time. ZXC's been Maleficent stunned up by Puppy. Couldn't get there in time, and then he just gives the smirk. That's all he can really do, because Puck, he's going to get a 3-man Dream Coil. He's looking at FNG. He won't claim him. Kuro's coming up there right then. Dendy really did try and push the envelope a little bit too far then.
Yeah, Dendy's whole entire plan was, oh, you got Ravage. You're depending on that Ravage for the next team fight. That's your only way back into this game. I'm going to force you to use that Ravage. Now, I don't think he countered on the Leshrac being there and providing that third additional stun as well. The Vengeful Spirit, I'm sure, was a surprise as well. So, you know, that he kind of got caught out, but still, Ravage is down. That was supposed to be Power Rangers' only way back into this game, is getting pretty much the best team fight possible.
Yep. Bottom lane, Avost. What do you give for a BKB right now? The rest of his team, they're on the way, and he's still got Doom available. The question is, who's he casted on? And his choice of target, he's going on ZXC. He's holding the Doom back because in comes Puppy. Possibly best PGG moment of ever. Then he's at least able to get the double stun. And the Horse, he's still not dead yet. He's still not casting his damn ultimate. He refuses. He refuses to add more Doom to this lineup of PR. They've actually not used either of their ultimates, basically, in there. Oh, he was waiting for the Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, he was getting
GG. Good gear. Good gear.
Yeah, Vos was looking at us like,
LOL!
I'm pretty sure I can kill this Venomancer. I don't actually need, I can just auto-attack him down because he's so big. He had Vanguard, Phase Boots, drums. He was a monster. Oh, man.
Oh, crazy game. Crazy game. And Na'Vi finally able to claim a series win. It wasn't easy, but they're able to claim one up here against PR. What's coming up next with possibly even no delay? We have Fnatic going up against Rock's Kiss, and then later on this evening, we'll be having Cloud9 going up against EG and Liquid up against Revenge. Those last two games will be happening over on our MLG TKO channel, so definitely go check out all the details and all the live streams for every single event. You can find them over at joindota.com, and of course for every information available for D2CL, d2cl.org is the place to go. We got another rare to give out. Cap's going to put it over on his Twitter in just a couple moments' time. It's Dota Capitalist, so head yourself over there. As far as that last code that we had before, it was, just to actually put it correctly in the right way, I think I said it was, I don't even know which direction I said it. Yeah, but the code from before, if you didn't get it before, was RMJB. That is the correct order of the code.
I'm pretty sure, though, that you could try and put it in and see if
that actually
works. 4
works.
Letters. I'm pretty sure someone
found
it
the
out
combination.
every single possible combination.
Yeah, so you got to go claim it over at Dota 2 Lounge. That is, of course, one of the partners here of the event. So they're giving away 10 rares for every single match that's played. And it's up to us how we deliver them out. So we put the other one out in the live stream before, and we now have Cap going to put it over on Dota Capitalist, his Twitter. I'll put one out on my Facebook and Twitter, and then over the course of the next game. So yeah, stay tuned, peoples. We'll be back. Fnatic versus Roskis. Don't go anywhere.